Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. All right, guys, I got Bitcoin on the weekly, and take a look at those last 2 weeks. Price is starting to move up slowly but surely. Right now, Bitcoin price is at about 27,100 per coin. So the last couple of weeks have been looking fairly good, and we haven't actually dipped much lower than this former low that we saw back in June, mid-June of this year. So that is positive. Let me throw this on the daily. You guys can see on the daily yesterday, Bitcoin did see a bit of a spike. So coming out of this range here, and on the 1 hour, we're looking very, very bullish, guys. Over the last couple of hours now, Bitcoin has been moving up. So $27,000. Looks like we may have actually seen that bottom for Bitcoin. So coins like XRP also moving up slightly here. XRP trading at about 49.9, so just shy of 50 cents. Take a look at that spike. Huge green volume for XRP. Market cap still hanging around $1.07 trillion. We got the 24-hour volume here, 22.39 billion, so that's up almost 30%. Bitcoin dominance, though, still holding on. Look at the market, guys. All moving in tandem with Bitcoin. I mean, it feels good, doesn't it? Monday morning, you guys are getting some green on the charts. I'm still wondering, though, how long-lived this will be. XRP is up by 0.24%. We've got BNB coin up 2.11. Ethereum's up almost 1%. Bitcoin 2.15. Guys, take a look at this. Fear and greed index still in the 30s. So, I mean, investors still very apprehensive. I think, the sentiment is still fairly low. We have been, really just kind of moving sideways over the last little while. And, it hasn't really been anything great. Actually, you can probably see it better here on the Bitcoin chart. This sideways movement since mid to late August, after this huge downturn in the markets, after moving sideways from about mid to late June. So we got sideways, negative downward, sideways. So sentiment really hasn't been great over the summer. And, this is generally par for the course. So keeping my thumb on the pulse of the market. We will see what today brings, guys. CryptoCon here saying, even with the last drop in price, Bitcoin 3-month volatility remains extremely low. Volatility this low has never been seen outside of bullish price activity. Then how did we just get the drop from 29,000 to 25,000? This scenario is starting to look like it's coming out of 2015, where Bitcoin made its first small move and then returned to the new lows. And no, I'm not saying Bitcoin is going back to the lows. I think in the end, this low volatility will be bullish, just like it's always been. Now, this was posted yesterday at around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, sure enough, the trend has picked up since then. So the low volatility definitely hovering in that supply zone. Buyers and sellers clearly have had enough. And now we're seeing a spike of activity here. Titan of Crypto here also mentioning this. Okay, time and cycle cheat codes. Bear market lasts about 13 months. The bull market lasts about 35 months. So just be ready for that, guys. Next all-time high is programmed for roughly December 2025. Now, I don't know how accurate. I mean, we can generally gauge where the market's going, when the market's going to get there. What I can tell you, 2023, similar to 2019, a bit of an oddball year for cryptocurrency. Moving into 2024, though, guys, we're going to see the bulls really take over. So, we only got a little bit of time left to accumulate at those low prices. I mean, you can buy more crypto in 24 or 25. But, for me and my patrons, we're deciding to get in now while the getting's good. You can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel if you want to see what my strategy is this bull run. XRP Crypto Wolf bringing this up, guys. Ripple did transfer a large sum of XRP to Bitstamp. So Whale Alert did notice that a huge sum had been transferred. 30.7 million XRP, worth about $15 million, was transferred from an unknown wallet to Bitstamp. One XRP fan wrote in the comment section, "Nothing will happen as always." This is not to necessarily say that anything exceptional is going to happen. Just interesting to note how much XRP is actually being moved and, the reason why. Over the past couple of months, Ripple had been conducting several transactions of more or less similar size, ranging from about 29 million to 31 million XRP. The destination has so far always been Bitstamp, but no explanation had been given to Ripple. Therefore, these could be ordinary XRP sales. Otherwise, transfers can move XRP to its ODL since Bitstamp provides a platform for on-demand liquidity. So, generally speaking, I mean, that's the only logical reason why I could see Ripple sending XRP to Bitstamp, one of the ODL providers in the space. Nevertheless, important to note here. So I wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. King Solomon here also bringing this up, guys. For those interested in HBAR, Forbes has just mentioned HBAR in a brand new article. The HBAR token, I gotta say, another one of my faves, at a steal of a deal right now. After 5 years in development, the U.S. Federal Reserve launched FedNow in July, as we know. They're working alongside systems like FedWire and FedACH. Now, FedNow aims to improve the U.S.'s interbank and retail transaction infrastructure. And check it out down here, FedNow and blockchain's common goals. So talking a little bit about how that is going to be reshaped in the United States. Down here it says, blockchain technologies could deploy FedNow as the infrastructure for fiat on-ramps and off-ramps. The FedNow service provider showcase an online resource connecting financial institutions and the instant payment service providers. Recently featured Drop, a Hedera-based micropayments platform. Earlier, Tacit Blockchain announced a plan to build an API that'll help clients access FedNow for real-time fiat settlement. So, just kind of looking at this, breaking away from, all things Ripple XRP. Other blockchains are obviously going to have a role in, these types of payments too. So Hedera now being identified as another micropayment platform. Let me just bring up the HBAR token for you guys to see. HBAR right now trading at about 5 cents, so just over 5 cents. It has been moving up slowly with the Bitcoin price moving up. So we're going to keep an eye on, all these cryptocurrencies, really keeping an eye on everything just to kind of see what happens because, the other thing is the flip side of the coin, September is a notoriously or has been notoriously very bearish, so could be a bull trap. Not entirely sure yet. This is why I'm still waiting on the sidelines, and my patrons already know that. Figure I'd let you guys know that too. Because, there could be better deals to be had. Algorand, guys, another one of those cryptocurrencies that everybody is saying is dead. This one from Elder here on Twitter. For all the algo peeps, when you hear algo is dead, nobody is using Algorand, etc., etc. Not only does Algorand have the biggest RWA or real-world asset projects building on its rails, see my pinned tweet, so he attaches a tweet here, but also the DeFi is impressive and is only getting bigger. Algorand's daily user is consistently over the 30,000 mark, which is higher than some L1s, examples like Avalanche or Cardano. Also, Algorand has one of the largest TVLTs, or total value locked tokens, in relation to its circulating supply. So guys, another one of these projects that I have my eye on. It has been one of these projects that I do talk about on this channel sometimes. And the ALGO token too, let's bring that up, see how it is doing today. Still under 10 cents. And when he says, people are saying the project is dead, there are many reasons ALGO has been hit over this bear market. But guys, take a look at this. It is basically basing into former support that we saw back during the beer flu. So it's finding its base here under 10 cents, poised and ready to move. Algorand's another one of those tokens that I will be letting my patrons know if I decide to cost average in at. I do already hold a fairly significant chunk, so I'm not entirely sure yet. But you know what? So many of these coins have real value. A lot of these coins are going to do well this bull run. And, Eldar here has a point. Remember, they want to keep us out. They do not want us in cryptocurrency, guys. There is a reason for this. We are a threat, right? If we can get rich in an unregulated market like cryptocurrency, well, that is seen as a threat to banks, to the powers that be, everybody in charge. So, they're trying tooth and nail to keep us at bay. Anyway, wanted to thank Eldar here for posting that. Also wanted to mention this, guys. So a few clips here curated regarding BlackRock and CEO Larry Fink. I've showed these clips on the channel in the past. It's interesting to listen or to watch them back to back, just because they were all taken at different points in time. And, now, today, it was a bit of a surprise. I wasn't thinking that Bitcoin was going to be starting to make its way up. Nevertheless, it's not a bad thing. But, the sentiment in the market has been fairly negative for a while. But, when faced with this, I do think it is important to kind of step back, reevaluate, recalibrate, I think is a more accurate description, and just kind of listen to what these guys are saying when it comes to where their interests lie in cryptocurrencies. Listen to this.
And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear, Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative. I would call the foundation of BlackRock is about hope. You invest for retirement because you believe tomorrow is better than today.
Well, okay, BlackRock is about hope, but really what he's saying here, and this was before BlackRock did file for that Bitcoin ETF, is that crypto is the future. It's like gold, and at this point in time, I believe it was, I saw the price of Bitcoin there, was in and around 30, was it around 30,500? So this was either from this past spring or the last spring. I have a feeling it was from spring 2023 when we did originally see this Bitcoin pump. So, I mean, I think it is very clear. He's being transparent-ish for us, I guess. As much as a banker can be transparent, Larry Fink here giving us the goods, explaining where BlackRock sees crypto going. And this is not the only clip. I'm going to get to a couple of others, guys, in a second. I did want to touch on this, though, because there have been murmurings, too, that JPMorgan, although there is that whole Ethereum ETHgate scenario that's kind of unfolding before our eyes, that secretly JPMorgan is invested 7.5% of its assets into XRP. Now, this is unsubstantiated. I haven't been able to find anything else on this, but recent rumors have emerged regarding the crypto XRP and a report by JPMorgan in which it appears that the bank holds about 7.5% of its assets in XRP. Like I said, guys, this is not substantiated. This is pretty much the only article that, it just kind of describes what the landscape is, the lawsuit, Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP. It just kind of gives a basic rundown here, but no actual information. To understand the significance of this revelation, we need to examine JPMorgan's positioning in the crypto space. We know Jamie Dimon has famously called Bitcoin a fraud. He said that in 2017. Since then, Jamie Dimon has also changed his ways. One plausible explanation for JPMorgan's strategic accumulation of XRP could be its utility in facilitating international transactions. Now, I mean, if this were to be true, we know JPMorgan is deeply tied into Ethereum. And for all you guys following the ETHgate stuff, I know you guys probably have your own theories or own opinions on this. My only explanation, if this were to be true, and I'm not saying it is, but if it were to be true, would be that JPMorgan would be holding XRP as a hedge against what they're really trying to build on the Ethereum blockchain. That would be my only guess, really. But again, there's no documentation here to suggest that JPMorgan does in fact hold XRP. So I think this is one of those unfortunate, stories that have been coming out of the XRP community that have been made up, I guess, for clicks or whatever. Anyway, just thought I would bring that to you guys and give you guys my opinion on that. I mean, it would be great to see a document or something that says, JPMorgan does hold 7.5%. If we could actually see the proof somewhere, I think that would be amazing. Unfortunately, we do not have that, at least not yet. So I won't spend too much more time on this, guys. I will link this article, though, in the description of the video for you. The big bankers, though, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up was it's because this is part of a bigger story. Larry Fink, as I mentioned earlier, he's living in that world. And BlackRock definitely is bullish on cryptocurrency, not necessarily XRP specifically. However, Black Swan Capitalist brought this up. Okay, XRP's future in Larry Fink's words. Read between the lines here. Now, I'm not going to play this clip because I do believe I played this clip once and I got a copyright notice before it even went up. So I had to re-edit my video and, just kind of paraphrase what Larry Fink was saying here. To paraphrase this clip, though, just to give you guys a sense, and I will link this in the description of the video if you want to watch it. But Larry Fink here basically is saying he had an experience where he needed to make a payment. He was in Europe and they were asking him if he wanted to pay in euro or if he wanted to pay in US dollar. And I think he said he was using his credit card. But then he was realizing how much he was getting dinged on the transaction, on the transfer rate, FX, moving from one currency to another. As you guys know, Larry Fink is American, and I'm sure he does have a euro account, but that's not the point. So he was saying, there's got to be a technology that can transfer this value. And, this is in the context of crypto, as you guys can see here, BlackRock CEO on crypto. So he's talking about DLT technology, and as Black Swan Capitalist says here, read between the lines. What he is describing here is literally exactly what RippleNet does and what XRP solves for. So, he gives the story, says there's pain points, there's friction when it comes to transactions. It is only a 49-second clip. I will link it again in the description of the video for you guys if you want to watch this. And another one here, guys, Larry Fink from, I think this was from earlier this year, a few months ago. Of course it is. Only thing is Fink and the incumbents want to control the infrastructure, guys. This is coming from Real XRP Boy here on Twitter, retweeting out Mr. Mann's tweet. Listen to this.
I actually believe This technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
So singing the praises of tokenization and how, everything within finance is going to be tokenized. So Larry Fink, BlackRock, believes tokenized securities via DLT, distributed ledger technology, is the way forward. So, you piece that together with what Larry was saying here on Squawk Box when it comes to the FX transfers and the problem that he had before. And then this one too, tokenizing using crypto. It's almost like you compared it to gold in regards to Bitcoin specifically. So guys, what this is saying to us in not so many words is the crypto market, although depressed and although most are in fear, now would be the time to be accumulating your cryptocurrencies again. It is like the 2019 of the last cycle, guys. 2023 is almost over. And when 2019 was over, after the beer flu, that was when we saw the market really push up. And it wasn't just because of the beer flu. The halving happened in May of 2020. And after that, that's when we saw the bulk of the accumulation. So let me just mark that here on the Bitcoin chart. And you guys can see it was May of 2020. Down and around here. So at this point, after the beer flu, after we saw that dip for the entire economy, the last Bitcoin halving happened here, and then the rest was history. So some great clips here. Wanted to thank Real XRP Boy, Black Swan Capitalist, and Watcher Guru, obviously on Twitter, for posting those. Now, Mike Manfield here brought something else up that I thought was kind of interesting, guys. Now, we know Mastercard and Visa both have Ripple connections independently, but Mike brought this up, and it happened within a few days of each other. Okay, so Mastercard and PaySend collaborate to enhance cross-border payments for SMEs. Let me start with this one, okay? Mastercard and PaySend, a UK-based fintech, have today expanded their collaboration to enhance cross-border payments for small to medium-sized enterprises, which are increasingly looking for ways to send money or pay vendors across the globe quickly and securely. Well, digital payments are seeing strong growth, with 2/3 of SMEs sending and receiving cross-border payments through mobile apps, according to Mastercard's 2022 borderless payment report. Challenges still exist, and so what do they need? They need a seamless option to be doing this. Very, very interesting that Mastercard is collaborating with PaySend, and as you guys can see, this was from September 12th, so a few days ago now. However, Mike also posted this early this morning, and it was from the same outlet here, Finextra. PaySend and Visa bolster global payment partnership. So not only is Mastercard partnering with PaySend, Visa is also partnering with PaySend. PaySend and Visa today announced a 5-year extension to their existing global money movement arrangement through Visa Direct. So this is talking about an extension. They were already partnered up. Under the partnership, PaySend and Visa will expand the scope of its earlier currency cloud, now part of the Visa Cross-Border Solutions card-to-card partnership with the company beyond its present domestic and international scope. The firm's expansion efforts will include a number of joint marketing initiatives in key expansion areas, such as the US and Latin American marketplace. Under the Visa Direct program, the card processing leader uses its VisaNet global network to support payments in 170 countries and territories. So boom goes the dynamite, guys. PaySend extending their partnership with Visa, also forging a brand new partnership with Mastercard. And just to give you guys a bit of context here, PaySend, a new way to send money globally. This was from back in September of 2022. PaySend is a new service that allows users to send money to anyone, anywhere in the world without having to worry about exchange rates. So this is what they want to focus on, something that Larry Fink did say in one of these clips here. It was this one that I was describing to you guys. The service uses the Ripple protocol to facilitate these international payments, meaning that it uses XRP as its native currency. This makes PaySend one of the first companies to use XRP in a real-world application, and it could pave the way for more widespread adoption of the digital asset. Now, again, this was from September of 2022, so a year ago. Visa has now recently extended their partnership with PaySend, and Mastercard, guys, now jumping on board to collaborate for cross-border payments for small to medium-sized businesses. So adding more fuel to the fire. You know, DLT is going to be the way forward, guys, not just for tokenizing assets as per Larry Fink, but also for the future of payments. Think of what the two biggest credit cards are on planet Earth. Visa, Mastercard now partnering with PaySend, all connected to Ripple, and PaySend, guys, confirmed to be using XRP. So what is that going to mean for the cryptocurrency? Well, let's see what happens during this spec market first. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.